Hi everyone, I'm Beth in Texas and this is Fresh Off the Hook for Wednesday. I only have a couple things to show you, and I'm not even sure if I showed this before or not, because I was doing a set with some yarn that I had got for my birthday back in September. And this is the Asymmetry Shell Stitch scarf that I made. And so I made that, and I had showed this hat before, this beret, and didn't like it, so I made myself this. And it's a cable beanie. And I don't know how much you can see of the cable, but I think it's pretty cool. I like this hat. There, now you can see the cables. And it's not really that hard to do. Once you figure out what they're trying to tell you for the first crossover stitch, then it goes pretty well after that. So I'll leave a link to the pattern. I don't remember what it was called. I'll have to look it up. Because I had this made a couple weeks ago. I just forgot to show it. Okay, so I got my birthday stuff made finally, even though my birthday was back in September. Now here is another thing I had just finished. I took some ribbon yarn and doubled it up with some really textured, it's almost boucle, but it's even more textured than that. And I doubled it together, and it kind of left this sparkle look to it because it was ribbon along with boucle. It's a kind of a small beret, not real big. It's not like a Rastafarian or anything, but it's just a small beret. And then there's a scarf to match. This yarn, the color is great, from black to a mossy green on the textured yarn. And then the ribbon yarn is blue and green and blue and green, maybe a little purple in it. So there's the scarf to match. That's what I have as hats and scarves that I made. Then I had some yarn on a cone. You might have seen it in my Flash or Stash video where I did a tour of my craft room. It didn't really have that much yardage of yarn on it. It's really thick yarn, and I wasn't sure what to do with it because it wasn't enough to make a hat or anything. So I made a pot holder sort of thing. I don't know how well it would work to use a hot pot because it's acrylic yarn, so it'll get hot and melt. But it'll be good enough to maybe set a plant on, or, you know, if you have a hot bowl of soup or something like that you're going to put on the table, it's not going to melt the fabric, but it'll protect your tabletop from the heat. So that's what this is. And I just did a single crochet flat circle, and then the last 3 rounds I just slip stitched until I ran out of yarn. And so it came out 3 or 4 rows of slip stitching. And when you slip stitch, you don't increase, but you make sure you do it loosely so that it will lay flat. Okay, but what you can do is you can pull up the sides where those slip stitches are, like so, and then you have a bowl, and you can pull them up even higher. Be sure to visit the other Fresh Off the Hook family members. Their links are below this video. And if you want to be part of Fresh Off the Hook, be sure to go contact one virtuous woman. Her name's Marcelle. Her link is below this video as well. And send an audition video to her. She's keeping it open. I think we're up to like 60 members now. So yay! Yay, crochet. Let's keep promoting the art of crochet. I think that's all I have to say, so we will see you next week. Happy crocheting.